Right, so before I get started, I want to tell you what I'm doing. I'm making 2 sausage and bacon and 2 spinach and bacon. And then I'm making 20 oatmeal flavor packs. So strawberries and cream, pear, peach cobbler, and mixed berry. Sausage gravy and biscuits, and 72 muffins. I got Michaela, my production. Back. All right, so now I want to first start with the strawberries. Which I'm telling you, it's going to be really easy since they're already frozen. We are just going to
dump them in there, right?
Dump them. 1. I'm making 6 of these, so this is going to cover 6 packs. And honestly, they don't really legit have to. I usually make them with fresh strawberries. I usually make them with fresh strawberries, but what I found was that when I saw these, because I couldn't find no fresh strawberries, and I saw the frozen ones, and I said, you know what? That's going to save me time, or Michaela time, in cutting them up. This is your first time watching me. I am currently in the process of remodeling my kitchen, so that's why things look as such. But I don't use recipes. Start with that as well. You figure life out. I really honestly don't even be making them with this much, but that's all right, because these can kind of like work in the background. So I'm gonna do about, I think I did like 4 bags. Yeah, I think these should work. To get the process moving, I'm gonna add some water to this. You can get moving. All right, we ain't gonna worry about that. That's done.
Done.
Done. I think I'm gonna add 4 lemons to that. Now I'm about to start on the peaches. Now this is gonna be a peach cobbler oatmeal. And so we're going to use it as if we're making, like, you know what, as a matter of fact, I should not have done that, because I do want to get the, does it matter? It don't matter. So the reason why I call this peach cobbler is because it's going to be made, like, similarly to, it's going to have the flavors of peach cobbler. And so I just took the cans of peaches, and this pot is kind of boiling over. I mean, not boiling over, but it's kind of like right there. So I feel like, I wonder if I should switch. What do you think? You think I should switch on Michaela? Okay.
Because I don't think it's going to boil over.
Change of plan for the peach cobblers. I realized that this has to get really, really hot in order to melt the butter. So instead, like I was going to do originally, I'm going to do my stuff in here. So I'm going to melt the butter, brown sugar. I'm going to add the peaches, and that way that'll be done. I have stopped buying brown sugar a long time ago because it's so easy to make. Let me show you how to make it. What you do is, for every cup of sugar, you just add a tablespoon of molasses. We're just going to use this. Ready? So 1, 2, 3. All right. Those were like heaping spoonfuls. So this is what it looks like. And then we're just going to mix this and watch us get some brown sugar. The brown sugar is done, looking lovely. I want to check on our strawberries, which they are cooking down nicely. The butter is melted. I'm going to do about a cup or so of brown sugar because we got a lot of peaches. And don't forget, it's going in oatmeal too. Let me show you this. Can you see that? Yeah. So now I'm just mixing this, and it's almost going to be like a caramel in a sense. This is how I make my homemade caramel too. But you see how this is nice and caramelly, right? And we're going to just add the peaches right on in there. the strawberries, right, have cooked down extremely nicely. Look at that. Even though we added water plus the sugar, I wish you could smell it. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So I just thought of something, because I have to do this anyway. So what I do is I smash it down to make it like a, you know, like a jam or like a jelly. That's what I do. And so I was thinking that before I add the other pieces of strawberry, I'm going to smash some of these down so that it'll be multi-textured, you know, like when people get it. So yeah, after I get them smashed really good, because I have to do it to the peaches too, that's when I'm going to go ahead and add the other bag to it. It's going to bulk it up. So I have decided to do the muffins while this stuff is cooking. So I'm gonna make 2 different kind of muffins, which is the blueberry muffins and the chocolate chip. So I'm gonna get started on those. Get into this, Michaela. So I'm about to bag these up. Now, I forgot to add the heavy cream, because last time I kept calling it strawberries and cream, and Ariana kept saying, Mom, are you just calling it that, or is there cream in here? Oopsie. So I want to add the cream in to it. I'm actually just going to swirl it in like that. Ariana, can you come taste this, please? Creamy.
It's good.
It's good?
Mm-hmm.
Kayla just took the first batch of muffins out the oven, so we're going to get those on the cooling rack and then get them filled up. So I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now Ariana wanted to take one when she tasted it and said that it would be good on some pound cake or some what do you call it? Pound cake, waffles, ice cream, pancakes. So I'm gonna take a bag out. Well, I'm not even gonna take a bag out, because if we have pancakes, we'll do that. So you gotta think about this, you guys. This is 1 breakfast, 2 breakfast, 3 breakfast, 4 breakfast, 5 breakfast, 6 breakfast, 7 breakfast, 8 breakfast. Because all I'm gonna do is take this oatmeal, boil it, and then just drop this in. And listen, it's a treat. Alright, now I'm going to get started on the peach, which is almost the same. I'm not the peach, I'm sorry. Now I'm going to get started on the pear. Which is almost the same as the peaches, except for it has, I guess, more of lemon and I guess fall kind of flavors. So like I put nutmeg in here. I'll put some cloves in here, some cinnamon. So it definitely is more fall. Was one day Ariana signed up to get like these from the hospital after she had Israel. She signed up for this like care package for the moms. And so in there was diapers and wipes, and then it was Michaela's in the back doing the dishes for me. But it was diapers and wipes, and then they kept delivering food like every single week. We got a box of food, and so I was like, I don't know what to do with this food. So I had started giving it away, and then I was like, oh, let me see if I can make a jam, because I do like to make jam. And so I decided to make a pear and mixed fruit jam, because that's what was inside of the box. But there was an epic fail. So what happened was, how I just did just now, I didn't drain the juice. I forgot. because you shouldn't really make the jams without draining the juice. And so because I didn't drain it, it was too watery. And I couldn't do anything with it. And so then Clarence was like, oh man, you know, I would have ate the fruit. So I was like, you know what? Let me dump this in his oatmeal, because he eats oatmeal almost every morning. And so when I did that, he was like, Erica, that oatmeal you cooked was so good. He said I even ate it cold. And that's how I started doing this. All from a mistake. Alright, so I moved the peach cobbler over here so I can bag that. I put the let me let you in. So the peach cobbler is over here because that's going to be bagged. This is the pear jam. Michaela grated the cheese for me for my casseroles, and now I'm just going to do the mixed berries, which I'm just going to take some legit berry medley, which has some blueberries, some raspberries, and looks like some blackberries. The thing about choosing frozen is that they're picked when they're the freshest in the season, and then they freeze them. So you kind of get fresh picked fruit, just frozen. And this is going to be very similar to the same recipe as the strawberry, except for I'm not adding cream. And that's it. Thank you, Michaela. Michaela. Huh? I'm so happy that you're here to help me. I wonder if I should do a little bit more.
I brought you your water.
Thank you. Try to do a little bit more on these berries.
Like more berries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in the bowl? Get in the bowl so you can see the bowl. I said the bowl. The
I know, yeah.
Yeah, let me see. Yep. So this isn't a new flavor, but because I have made this before, I just haven't made it in bulk. So I know they're going to like it, but I think this is going to end up giving me, I don't even know, probably 5 bags. So I'm a little over on my count, which is excellent. So now we're just going to let this cook down. Oh, I'm going to add some lemon to it. I'll turn the Pear stuff off because that's done. This is actually done. I'm gonna end up turning that off too. So I'm done bagging up the peaches. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 breakfasts. This is a week's worth, but I mix them up. Michaela's about to start getting the
blueberry muffins into the tins. And then mommy had some brown sugar left over, so I'm gonna do like a topping, like a brown sugar, and put the lemon in it and then put the topping on top.
Okay. Muffin count real quick. So this is all of those, and we have, I think it must be 2. Ariana and Michaela ate 2, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, I don't know. 32. Is that minus the ones that you already ate?
Yeah.
Okay, so
We only ate 1.
all right. Michaela's special recipe.
Oh.
Of the
Topping.
What do you say that is?
It's just brown sugar, some vanilla, and some lemon. And I just mix it up.
Awesome. So now I'm getting ready to make my sausage. This is one thing that makes sausage. Rubbed sage. Sage and fennel.
Fennel, not so much.
Where is the fennel? I might go sabotage the fennel. And then we need seasoning salt and what else do we need? Oh, red chili flakes. This is ground turkey, so that's why I added a little bit of oil to the pan, because sometimes people say like when they cook ground turkey that it's dry, but you do, because it's really lean, you do have to add some fat to it, you know. So you do want to add, well, I won't say, this is not a tutorial. What I'll say is I make sure that I add just a little bit more oil to it so that my food isn't dry and it's nice and soft and juicy. Bag these up, and I tasted it and I was like, girl, let me show you this mixed berry. When I tell you this thing tastes so good. So right now I'm frying the bacon for the thing, but listen here. This mixed berry. Sorry to yell, but girl, this thing is so good.
Caramelizing in there.
Michaela's working on her stuff. We got, they're done.
Good. Yeah, they're done.
Show the folks.
They look really good.
Yes. I'm about to make my egg casseroles. I'm making 4 of them. So I just want to show you. This is Swiss cheese, cheddar cheese, hash browns, like crumpled up, bacon, and this is biscuits that we had made probably about 2 or 3 days ago. And nobody's going to eat them, but I'm going to put them in there. And this is the sausage that I had made earlier. And so basically, if you had breakfast, you would have, say, eggs with some cheese, maybe some hash browns, some bacon, or some sausage on the side, and even a biscuit. So we just take all of this stuff. This is homemade biscuit as well. I have to just combine this with some eggs and then get them in their pans. And then I'll show you after that. So these are the egg casseroles. And what I like about the egg casseroles is that you don't have to do anything else. Like, I've done this already. What I'm telling you is you just put it in the freezer just like this. And then when you take it out, you bake it for 45 minutes. And it is oh, I forgot. I need to add some cheddar cheese to the top. Hold on 1 second, y'all. But yeah, so you just add. I put a little bit of cheese on the top. And like Michaela was saying, those biscuits are just going to suck up. It's going to be so, when I tell you, listen, it's going to be so good. It's going to be cheesy. It's going to be breakfasty. And those hash browns, what I did was I was getting like the other hash browns that you got to like the shredded ones. But I just couldn't get to frying them up. And it was just too much time. And so I realized I wanted to get the other ones. Michaela, hand me those hash browns. Bring those hash browns over here. Let's see. These kind. And I just break them up. Yeah, the patties. And just break them up and put them in here. So all I got to do is put the aluminum foil on these. Wrap these real good. And then put these right in the freezer. And this is done. Now I'm about to make the spinach ones. Same exact way. That you may be watching this video and say, well, I don't have a large family, or she's making really, really large quantities. But understand that bulk cooking isn't just for large families. Bulk cooking is more about getting on the front end of your meals. So whether you have 2 people in your family or whether you're 1 person. So if you're 1 person, then you may not do the quantity of muffins. Like let's say you want to have a muffin every morning. Well, those muffins were kind of small. So let's say you want to have 2 muffins every morning and you want to have an orange and a yogurt. 2 muffins every morning, 30 days, you need to make 60 muffins. If it's 31 days, obviously you would make 62 muffins, right? And you know the 12, just keep rolling those. They're done in 20 minutes. And so you would make 62 muffins and then you would put those in a bag. So you see how I was filling up those, oatmeal flavor packs? That's what I like to call them. But what you would do is, so I used 12 cans of peaches. So I would say you would probably just need, if you want to do oatmeal every day, you could probably just use 1 can of peaches or 1 can of pears, maybe 1 bag of thing, and then you would break those up. The goal is to get, how much do you eat in 30 days? And then you would just cook it all at one time. So for us, it is 7 of us. Let me see, Clarence, and Ariana, is 6 of us. So I know that the reason why I need 72 muffins is because typically on Sundays is when we're going to eat the casserole. We eat the casseroles on Sunday. Let me get, also I usually, it doesn't really matter as you see how I cook, but I usually probably add milk, but since I had this heavy cream left, I feel like it's going to make it really good. So I wanted to add some heavy cream, excuse me, Michaela, some heavy cream and some milk to make it more of like a half and half, but I feel like it's going to make it so much better. Yeah. So I'm going to do the same exact thing with the, you know, and I use the same bowl because it's the same stuff. And then the egg is going to cook up and fluff up real nice. But I was saying, like to say, like I said, the goal is to figure out how much you eat in a month and what you eat or what you want to eat. Or, once again, what your family wants to eat. And so, like I said, because my family loves oatmeal, and it's something that they naturally ate anyway. And it replaced, because listen, bring it to my face, production. I would buy cereal, and the kids would eat a box of cereal in one day, one morning. And it would not fill them up, and they would still be talking about they was hungry. All right, so yeah, so what I was saying was you want to figure out what your family eats, like what they already eat regularly. And then, like, figure out how much quantities you need. So like I said, for the fact that we eat oatmeal Monday through Friday, that is going to be, you know, that's going to be a no-brainer for me. We eat oatmeal Monday through Friday, and then we eat these casseroles on Saturdays and Sundays, which Michaela says they are the highlight. It's the highlight to Ariana's too. And then the muffins, like if we're going to church and, you know, we need to grab something quick and go, the muffins are great. So that's why I have so many of them, because it's, you know, a bunch of us. It's 6 of us, and then everybody usually eats about 2 muffins. And so the muffins will usually only be on Sundays, like on the weekend, or sometimes during the week. But I just want the kids to be able to have them and grab them. So, you know, that's kind of like a nice little snack. It's a baked good. And once again, I don't feel bad because this stuff is made from scratch. So it's going to be way healthier than even if I went and bought a pack of, not a pack, like a bag, or like one of those Stouffer's, or I don't know what it's called, but it's cheaper. I save a whole bunch more money. And yeah, it just works out better, you know. And I added onions to the other one too, but I forgot to say it. But yeah, so oopsie. Onions, and then I really like, I might as well add them all, forget it. I really like Swiss cheese in this. Where's my spoon? I really like Swiss cheese in this. I saw a lady when she did it. She made it with Swiss cheese. And she was like, she didn't have it on hand at the time. She was like, but if you do, then you really should do it with Swiss cheese. And girl, she was not lying. She was not lying. So I'm going to go ahead and get these portioned out like I did the other one. And I have some cheese for the top. So. All right, so now I'm about to make the sausage for my sausage gravy and biscuits. And I'm gonna make 4 of these. And I'm doing it the same exact way that I made the sausage for the egg casserole. All right, so now all I have to do is stir this up. And I'm just making sure that I'm getting the bottom of the, the bottoms of the, what do you call it? The pot. Making sure I get the bottoms of the pot. And that scrubby you hear is Michaela in the background cleaning up the dishes for me, which I'm so thankful about. So as you see, like there's some like butter remnants and a little bit of, oil remnants from the sausage. That stuff is going to go away because as you see here, I made this one first and it doesn't have it. So it's going to go away and it's going to cook in there really nicely. And so I'm just going to let this continue to get thicker and thicker and thicker. Since we added the flour once again to the ground turkey, it's just going to thicken up. This pot of sausage gravy biscuit is done. And this pot is done. Michaela is stirring it up. Michaela showed the creaminess. And the thing that Michaela was saying too, which is true, is that when you do it with the butter too, it makes it almost taste like the biscuits are just in there. It's so good. And then I had some heavy cream left over from the other stuff that I was making, so I just added that, and I think it made it more richer too. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm about to start on the last thing, which is the final stretch. It is 6:45, which means that I'm only 4 hours, not only, but it's 4 hours in, and this is the absolute last thing because this has to cool off, that has to cool off. Just recapping: casserole, 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 casserole. So this is all Sundays, berries, weekdays, a bag of muffins. I'm done. So this is enough meals for 1 month of breakfast. Okay? So let's go through the inventory that I am so absolutely proud of. I said I was going to do 6, but I did 8. We have 8 strawberries. We have, and these are the oatmeal flavor packs. If you skipped through the video or maybe you didn't see what it was. This is the strawberry and cream flavor. Then you have the peach cobbler. We have 7 of these. I said I was going to make 4 of these. These are the mixed berry, but I ended up having 2 much more for that. So I just squeezed this in one. So I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So this is the pear flavor, the fall pear flavor, which is absolutely good. Don't let these bags fool you. What I'm telling you is it is goodness up in these bags. So they're going to go in the freezer. I'm going to lay them flat. I have a deep freezer in case you're wondering where all this food goes. But you just lay it flat. You can put it in a regular freezer. This is the sausage gravy and biscuits. I have 4 of those. And we have, Michaela, how many muffins did we end up with? 56 plus 24. 80 muffins. So we have 56 of the blueberry, and then we have 24 of the chocolate. And so those will go in the freezer. The good thing about these is because they're individually, wrapped, when you put them in the freezer, the kids can just pick them up and grab them out. So what I like to do is take them out, put them in, put them in my little thing. I'll show you. I like to put them in there. And then in the mornings, they'll be in there, they'll be thawed out, and people can just eat them from there.